Hey, Internet. Mark Arena here from Massachusetts, your UXO Supplement Ambassador in Massachusetts. So I want to start off by thanking everybody who has been purchasing products from me and has been asking me questions about their nutritional supplements. And I hope I'm answering all your questions in a timely fashion. I'm trying to get right back to people as soon as they ask me questions, and I hope you're happy and satisfied with your products. And I'd love to hear your comments, even if your comments aren't wicked good, and which I can't imagine they would be. But even if you have bad comments, send them my way too. I'd love to hear it. And thank you for watching and sharing some of my videos and my posts. I appreciate that as well. You're getting the word out. I do have a YouTube channel now, and it's Mac Arena Rises. And it's at the YouTube. I have one subscriber. Right now I'm only subscribed to Cooking Time with Mikey Dubs, but you would think that Mikey Dubs would be subscribed to me, but he's not. So I don't know what that's all about. So go watch Cooking Time with Mikey Dubs if you want some good cooking videos, and then you could tell Vito to like my stuff. So okay. Anyway, so I don't know if you watch the Fox News Network. I don't watch the Fox News Network, and I don't watch the CNN News Network either. But apparently on the Fox News Network, there's a kid named Tucker Carlson. I'm reading from a paper, so if I look down, that's why. And Tucker Carlson is probably some sort of personality, right? He's probably not anything more than that. But anyway, he has a show called, I guess, the Tucker Carlson Show, and he interviewed a guy the other day who's a fitness professional, and that they suggested that in the United States today, there's a decline in manliness, and there is an assault on masculinity. This is probably a rehash of remember they were trying that. Gillette did that whole thing about toxic masculinity and all that. I don't really know what that's about because I didn't pay attention to it, and but I will tell you, that right now, like most young men can't. I think it's like 1 in 4 that can't even meet the standard to get in the military now. They're too physically weak and too overweight. So I don't think that has really anything to do with manliness or masculinity, but it's a whole other problem. But anyway, these two guys got together and they said that if you use red light therapy on your testicles, you can therefore increase your testosterone level. So if you have low testosterone, you should tan your balls, and then your testosterone level will go up. So it's kind of an easy fix. It's also nonsense, right? This is some sort of tomfuckery that is just nonsense. So they said that under this new fashionable thing called bromeopathy, can you even stand it? They're like trying to pull away from bro science, which is like practically like real science. It's like magic and science together to give you bro science. And I don't know what bromeopathy is, but it smells pretty bad as far as I can tell. But anyway, they claim that if you provide this ultraviolet light to your scrotum and therefore your testicles, you will increase testosterone level. Let me tell you what, you cannot tan an internal organ, and unless all the skin is gone from your testicles, and I've seen it, it's not a pretty sight, then you can't tan them. So unless you want to increase your risk of skin cancer and you want to end up with sunburned nuts, then, hey, by all means, have at it. But since I'm a man of science, I checked with some urologists, and I did read the article, and there was another article with some links to some other articles, and it was on Medscape. And the urologists say that there's 100% absolutely no scientific evidence to back this up, and that it's an entire waste of money, and I don't know how much it costs, but it sounds really stupid, and there is no FDA approval. So if you want to sunburn your balls and get skin cancer, then this is for you. If you don't, then something else is for you. Remember what we talked about, okay? Low testosterone in men and women, but we're talking about men. And so biological men, if your testosterone level is, below 200 nanograms per deciliter, right? This is when you need to get TRT. And if it's, even on that low side, if it's somewhere between 200 and 300 and 1,000, you don't necessarily need to be happy with that. You should see your doctor and you should talk to them. You can get injections, you can get a patch, you can get a gel, you can get, the implantable seeds. There's also talk about oral medications, and there's drugs that will block estrogen, things like that. But that's a whole other thing. We used to use those in the olden days, and don't take any Clomid on your own. Okay. So anyway, you want to make sure your diet's in check. You want to make sure you're getting plenty of exercise. You want to make sure you're lifting weights, and you want to make sure you're getting plenty of sleep, and you want to reduce your stress. So those are the things that I can tell you will guarantee impact your own endogenous testosterone level. Okay. So what else can you do? What if you're on the low end? Because remember, I told you that when, after 25, you were in now a gradual decline. So fellas, if you're one of those biological dudes and you're in our age group, right? The 50 to whatever, 50, whatever. I don't know. I'm going to be 50 something in a couple of weeks. So, your level is likely on the low side. My level is not on the low side at all, but but a lot of dudes it is, and they need to do something about it. So what can you do about it? Well, UXO can help. Remember, we talked about our Alpha T Plus, right? Male Optimizer. I'd show you my bottle, but I don't have a bottle because I finished it and I threw it in the recycling bin because I care about climate change. So, but this is what the bottle looks like, right? There's 90 capsules in here because it's a 30-day supply. You take it for 4 weeks, and then you stop it for 4 weeks, and then you can go back and take it again. Why, do you ask? Well, because of all these ingredients, right? These ingredients are going to help increase your own natural testosterone level, right? So it's sort of giving you a boost, giving you a jump start, and then, you're going to come off of it, and then you're going to see how your body responds and if it's still going to be maintaining its own level. How are you going to know? Well, you're not going to get your blood drawn, but what you're going to do is you're going to notice probably an increase in energy, an increase in libido. Maybe you'll start noticing that you have some better action in the gym. You may experience some, probably not huge muscle gains right away, but some increase in muscle tone, and you may not be as fatigued as much. Probably won't be stressed out as much because your cortisol level's probably going down. So remember, we have patented KSM 66 ashwagandha in here, as well as fenugreek. So these ingredients are all going to work synergistically to help increase your own natural testosterone level, free up bound up free testosterone, which sounds kind of weird, right? Because if it's bound up, it's not free anymore. So in order to make it free to add to your total, you got to unbind it. So these ingredients are all going to work to do that. And at the same time, it's going to help increase your libido and help recharge your energy, and you won't feel stressed out as much. I'll be, quite honest with you. If you know anything about me, I tend to be a little high strung, and when I'm taking ashwagandha, I'm not as high strung. So it's a win-win for me. So if it's a win-win for me, it's probably a win-win for you, especially if we're in the same age category. So that's really all I'm going to talk about. This is going to be a pretty short video. I'm going to try to keep this under 15 minutes. So thanks for ordering my other products. I'd love to hear how you guys are doing with them. I'm trying to reach out to people individually. I love Send It, pumps for days. I mean, really, come on. I haven't had any Send It in I don't know how many hours. Pumps for days. But I just reordered some today because I'm almost out, and we have a new flavor that's rainbow candy, and it tastes just like some sort of rainbow candy where you could probably smell or hear the rainbow. And if you like that, then you're going to wicked love this. It's already starting to be in short supply because it's selling out of the stock wicked fast. But you still have Blue Hawaiian, which is a heavy hitter. That went nuts as soon as we released that. And Tiger's Blood. You can't go wrong with Tiger's Blood because it's, for God's sakes, fucking Tiger's Blood. So I ordered my new Send It. I ordered my Gilly Greens because I love my organic Gilly Greens. They taste wicked awesome. It's peach mango. It's filling the gaps in my nutrition, and my nutrition's pretty solid. So, but I'm relying on Gilly Greens to help me out. And I bought my Alpha Plus. So get yours today. Coupon code ARENA. So I told you the story, and now we're going to have some questions. So 3 questions. I have, they're all from either Instagram or the TikTok. First question is from Seamus O'Leary from Quincy that says, Mac, how do I calculate my caloric needs for gains? Seamus, I have absolutely no idea because I don't know how tall you are and I don't know how much you weigh. So I can't tell you that. I don't know what you need for calories. I don't know what you're doing for activity. So I have no idea. I will tell you the USDA says that most men need between 2,000 and 3,000 calories a day for maintenance. And most women need like 1,600 to 2,400 calories a day just for maintenance. If you're a bodybuilder, then you're probably going to need, more calories. If you're a power lifter, you're going to need even more calories. But don't be surprised at the number of calories you think you need, because you know what? Here's the thing, Bunky. The big dude who thinks he's swole, he's really overestimating his calories. And the dude who says he's counting his calories and he doesn't understand why the weights aren't going up, doesn't have any idea what he's eating. So I really can't help you, but the best advice I can give you is if you want to gain weight, you need about 500 calories over your maintenance calories. Okay, so you can figure that out. If you want to lose weight, you want 500 calories less. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. Do what most people do, Seamus. Go online. Go to bodybuilding.com and use the calculator. They probably have 1,000 calculators out there. So go do that. All right. Next question is we got from a woman from Worcester. This is Mary Alice from Worcester. And she writes to us on TikTok and says, Mac, I've been working on my macros. And I need to know, all the calories the same? I don't know. That's kind of an incomplete question, Mary Alice. I don't know really what you're trying to get at. I think counting macros is a pretty popular thing for a lot of people. I don't do it because it involves too much math. I wasn't in the Marine Corps, so I'm not good at math. And, so I don't know. But what I can tell you is if you don't know what a calorie is, right? A calorie is a measurement, right? So calorie is is the energy it takes your body to raise 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius. I think that's how it works. So if you want to think of it that way, then that's calorie. And a macronutrient is your protein, your carbohydrate, and your fat. Alcohol. A gram of protein is 4 calories. A gram of a carbohydrate is 4 calories. A gram of fat is 9 calories. And a gram of alcohol is also 9 calories. So are all calories the same? No. Should you count your macros? Yeah, if you're into that sort of thing, do it. Figure out what every food source is, get yourself a scale and weigh it. And I used to do that back in the old days, but I was living on like tuna fish and green beans. So it didn't take a lot of science to do that. But you could do it, and I don't think it'd be that bad. So the last question we have is from a guy who identifies himself on Instagram as Dan the Man from Golden, Colorado. Okay, Dan the Man, that's awesome. And Dan the Man says, Mac, why did you start lifting and how have you kept it up? Well, that's a good question. It's a little personal, but we'll talk about that. It's just coffee. So long story short, I had an evil stepfather that was very unkind to me when I was a kid and a teenager and a young adult, and used to belittle me and make fun of me all the time about my physical abilities, whether or not I had them, whether I was strong enough, whether I could do something. And he always compared me, particularly in public, to other people. So I think that is probably the reason why I started. And because since I didn't have any actual live male role models when I was growing up, I did what a lot of dudes in my generation did, right? Arnold, Stallone, Jean-Claude Van Damme, not Steven Seagal because that guy sucks, but maybe Chuck Norris. And I always liked the bodybuilding aspect of like Frank Zane. It's one of my favorite bodybuilders from back in the day. So that's what got my interest. And unfortunately, like these guys said earlier, that there's a decline in masculinity. I equated bodybuilding and powerlifting with being more masculine. And it worked out pretty well for me. So, I joined the Army originally when I was 17, and I went from being an out of shape teenager to, essentially being a lean, mean killer machine. So I could run, I could do a lot of push-ups, and I could, I had a great stamina. But I'll tell you, when that tour of duty ended, I fell into bad habits, and I gained a lot of weight, and my esteem was in the toilet. And then I picked up where I left off, and I got back into weightlifting and bodybuilding. And of course, you know the story. I was using performance-enhancing drugs for a while. I'm 100% natural now. I have been for a long time. But I kept it up. I went back in the military after 9/11, and I was a total PT stud. So I kept it up, and if you don't know what that is, it's PT scores 270 to 300, and I was always that. I had junior enlisted soldiers trying to keep up with me. I got like a drawer full of these Army physical fitness badges. So anyway, that's how I've kept it up. Long story short, bad experience, unhealthy relationship with physical activity and food, and use of performance-enhancing drugs. So that's what worked for me, Dan the Man. I'm not saying it's going to work for you, but after a while, you clean up your act. You're all natural. You do the right thing, and you try to build a healthy relationship with food and activity. Which if you don't know that both of those things can be addicting and work against you, they totally can. So that's really all I have to say. I did not keep this under 15 minutes. It's about 17 minutes, and I'm going to stop it before it hits 18 minutes. And I want you to watch it. I want you to laugh. I want you to have a good time. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. It's Beltane for my fellow pagans out there. So celebrate hard and be a good person. All right? Don't suck. All right? There's enough of that shit in the world. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye.